Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like everything that should be right does not sit well with you and it's wrong? Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like everything everyone in the world is telling you is saying go left, but the option that you think is most correct says to go right, and you're at a crossroads where you don't know what to do and you don't know who you should become? Well, today we're going to be talking about you needing to find the thing that puts a pit in your stomach, what that means, why it's important, and how to move forward once you actually find it. And this is something that's really started to beat my mind up because there's a lot of things that a lot of people who've known me my entire life have been saying. And they've really been pushing me in one direction. But every time I get to a crossroads where I say, this is who I am, this is who I want to be, and this is how I intend to live my life, I fall into a place of this isn't right for me. And so I really want you to understand this and see the perspective. So, first and foremost, you need to find what puts a pit in your stomach. Most people are not comfortable with the idea of having a pit in their stomach or having butterflies because they think that means they're nervous, they're anxious, or that this is something wrong. When in reality, that pit in your stomach is your body telling you this is a moment to grow. You're feeling discomfort because you feel yourself walking onto a new path of life where your opportunities become unlimited. Your chances to grow become so bountiful that if you take that option, if you go that route, if you succeed, everything changes. And if you fail, you come out a completely new person with a new mindset and a new way of looking at the world. And naturally, we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of comfort. We like to stay and continue to do the things that allow us to feel most comfortable. You could start trying to take cold showers every day, and your body will get used to it, but every day you will struggle to get in that shower because the fact that first hit of cold water on your body will be uncomfortable. You will feel a sense of discomfort as soon as you touch that water. And it will be the exact same every time you face something where you feel a pit in your stomach. But the pit in your stomach is a great thing. It's truly yourself acknowledging this is outside of my comfort zone. This is beyond who I currently am. And so you need to seek that. You need to look out into the world. You need to ask yourself, what are the things that I am nervous about doing? What are the things that I need to overcome? What are the challenges that I have not faced? Because when you come up to those moments, you'll start to feel a pit in your stomach. You'll start to see this is something that's held me back. And if I can overcome this, if I can go through this, if I can deal with this, I will be better. And so my example is a few nights ago, I was on the phone with one of my trading partners. We were back testing, looking at Forex charts, and we were talking because we're both in the process of joining the Air Force. And the more and more we talked about it, the more and more I was convicted that the Air Force is a great opportunity. I know I could do well. I know that it'll bring stability, it'll bring peace, it'll bring so many great things. It'll bring amazing opportunities. But the thought of currency trading and making a living from Forex put an absolute pit in my stomach. The idea of going through and dealing with something that I struggled with for years and actually making it to the other side, being disciplined enough to grow, improve, and actually make money consistently. Because I've made plenty of money trading, but making it consistently, making it to where I can live from it, and to truly be able to grow and expand in the world of Forex put an absolute pit in my stomach. Even talking about it now, I feel a tug in my stomach that says this is what I'm supposed to do. And it makes me nervous because if I mess up again and I lose more money, then I have to be honest with you guys. I have to be honest with the world and say, I messed up again. I wasn't the trader that I said I would be. I haven't made the trades that have put me in a position to make the money that I want. I haven't followed my trading strategy. I have to be truthful and acknowledge my shortcomings, my failings and where I'm failing at because of the fact that since I was 18 and now I'm 25 for 7 years I've been on this path trying to trade, trying to make money consistently, trying to become the trader who can live from this. And for 7 years, I've messed up. For 7 years, I've failed. For 7 years, I've had to tell people, this is my goal. This is my aspiration. This is what I plan to do. And I know I'm going to get there. And every time I fail and someone comes back up and it's like, oh, how's trading going? Have you made this amount of money? Have this happen? Has that happened? I have to sit there and be like, no, I didn't do what I was supposed to. I didn't make the trades I was supposed to. I didn't follow my strategy in the way that I should. And so I failed. I lost this amount of money. I lost that amount of money. And at this current point, I'm about $45,000 to $60,000 in the hole in terms of trading. Like, I was able to go to college for completely free. I even ended up being paid to go to college, but I still paid a college tuition in terms of learning how to trade. And I'm still at that point where I'm not consistently profitable. I'm not consistently making money. And so that pit in my stomach is telling me this is something that I need to overcome. And it genuinely makes me so excited because of the fact, like, when I get that breakthrough moment, when I finally move into the consistency aspect of currency trading and I'm making more than enough to support me and my girlfriend, when I'm making more than enough to go travel, to go experience new things, when I'm making more than enough to do that and do that alone, my life will be completely different. I will be a completely different person. I will have so much more confidence, so much more discipline, so much more conviction in everything that I'm doing. And you need to find that thing for yourself. You need to find what's going to really pull the trigger, what's really going to launch you into an entirely new life because it's something that you've been avoiding mastering yourself in. And that's why the pit in your stomach is so important. So, how do you actually find that pit to actually strive? Well, first, you need to start looking around you and asking, what are the things that I don't want? And even if it's the right thing, even if it's something that's smart, it's safe, it brings security and peace into your life. If that is what you don't want, acknowledge it. Like, I'm very open and honest with the fact that I'm not the type of person who likes that safety aspects of things. I've literally gone to the hospital because I allowed myself to not eat, not drink, not sleep for days, weeks, even to the point where I passed out at work because I was like, I have to make it happen. I have to make more money. This job, though safe and cool, is not where I'm supposed to be. But with every other job, it's been the exact same. This is cool. This gets the bills paid. This is what would help me in the situation I'm in. But I am bigger than this. I'm meant to do more than this. I have to go farther. And so I'm willing to truly risk everything. Like I said, in terms of Forex trading, I've lost $45,000 to $60,000. But I have so much belief and conviction in it that even though there's moments where there's pain, I've cried over trading, I've celebrated over trading, I've literally punched the fridge to the point where I still have a scar on my knuckle, yeah, right there, because of trading. I've put my heart, soul, and desire into trading. And so that pit in my stomach is it's genuinely the deepest core of who I am saying, this is the direction you're meant to go. And so when you look at your life, you have to say, okay, what is it that I don't want? And if everything was perfect, what would I do? If the entire world was against me and I had to choose between converting and giving up my conviction on this thing and actually staying the course and doing what it is that's in my heart, what would I do? If no one supported me, what would I do? If I didn't get paid for this, what would I do? Answering these questions will put you on the path to find what that answer is for you. And once you start getting to that point of saying, okay, these are some things that I don't want to do, look at the other side. What is it that I do want to do? If money wasn't an issue, what would I do? If everybody around me actually supported me, actually gave me money to fund the venture and the journey I'm taking, if everybody would cheer and celebrate every step of the way, if everybody would help you up, pick you up off the ground after every single failure and tell you to keep going, what would you do? Now, that's probably going to be that thing that you get a pit in your stomach about. You'll start to cheese, your cheeks will get nice and rosy. You'll feel so excited. You'll feel like this is it. And then thinking about taking that first step will just cause a pit to form in your stomach. That discomfort, that nervousness, that, oh my God, what is going to happen is going to hit. It's the fear, it's your subconscious mind telling you there is danger. We are walking into the unknown. And being willing to take that first step into the unknown is what's going to cause your life to change and everything to move around you. And it comes from that pit. Again, we can go back to the cold shower situation. For a while, I've been taking cold showers, and every once in a while, I'll take a hot one. And then as soon as I take a hot shower, every single time I take a cold shower for the next few weeks, it will always bring a pit to my stomach because I know it's uncomfortable, because I know it's tough, because I know it's not going to feel great. But once I get in and I allow that water to hit me, I stop breathing hard. It feels okay. And I've overcome it and I feel better about myself. But anytime that pit forms in my stomach and I choose to take a warm shower, I feel extremely disappointed because I know I'm not going to die. I know it's not actually a challenge. It's just me not wanting to overcome that discomfort. And so you need to get that pit in your stomach and you need to attack it. You need to fight it. You need to kill it every single time because that's telling you if I go this direction, I'm going to grow. If I go this direction, I'm going to improve. That pit in your stomach is a roadmap to where you want to go, especially if you go through and follow every step I put it within my course. You find your dream vision, you find your anti-vision, you build your dream character, you put together a personal manifesto, you figure out how you're going to track everything, and you set yourself out on a 100-day goal. And then you start trying to make the steps it takes to actually create this character, to live this way, to build this dream vision, to create the movie of your life. Every step of the way, you're going to feel a pit in your stomach because 90% of the time, you know the direction you're supposed to go, but you won't have the tools. You won't know if I'm actually taking the right steps in the right direction. You'll just have a map saying, this is X marks the spot here, but there are no milestones. There's no point of reference on that map. You're just trying to get to that X marks the spot. And you're going to have to go out and seek somebody new to help you move a little bit closer. You're going to need to build a team around you to actually help get you through that journey. You're going to need so many things along that way. And every single time is going to be uncomfortable because you either have to get somebody convicted enough to actually help you within your own dream, your own desire, your own story, or you need to be willing to go through hardships, challenges, and difficulty by yourself in a way that you don't know people will actually respond well to. And so get that pit in your stomach, walk that walk, take those steps, and really start to allow yourself to feel that discomfort. Get to the point where when that pit forms in your stomach, you know, I have to go overcome this. If you go to the gym and there's a cute girl you want to talk to, and you feel as if, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I need to talk to her. And you take one step in her direction and a pit forms in your stomach. Take another step. Take another step. Take another step until you're right next to her. Don't interrupt the set, but just, hey, I'm whoever. Nice to meet you. I just saw you. I thought you looked good. Sorry for interrupting. And walk away. Something as small as that could be the thing that actually changes your life because you never know. She may have been looking at you as her gym crush. And now you have someone you can talk to in the gym, possibly work out with, possibly end up on a date and married from it. And it's all because of the fact you were willing to face that discomfort, allow a pit to form in your stomach, and continue beyond that. But let's say you do that. She's like, oh, I have a boyfriend. You're like, cool. Well, it was nice meeting you. Have a good day. The next time someone in the gym seems interesting to you, you'll feel a lot better and it'll be a lot easier to go talk to them. Because again, you were able to allow that pit in your stomach to come, guide you to something that you need to overcome, and you did it. Win, lose, or draw, you still did it. You felt that pit in your stomach and you didn't be a coward. You didn't allow that pit in your stomach to stop you. Instead, you allowed that pit to enable you. And it's something that I've been doing lately where it's like, there's certain points now where for some reason I just don't want to work out. I'll get a pit in my stomach, I'll start to feel dread, and I'm like, oh, this isn't what I want. But I get in that gym, I go lift some weights, and it may not be the best workout. I may not push myself the hardest. but at least I got in there and did some work. And so I really, really, really want you to figure out, what is the thing that puts a pit in my stomach? What is the thing that when I really think about it, my knees get a little bit weak? I start to shake a little bit. I feel a sense of discomfort. Because if you can find that thing and you can really overcome it, you're gonna be so much better. Now, I hope this video was good for you. You stay smart, stay safe. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.